The program. It is time once again. Of course, I'm Michael Atiku, the anchor of the program. My reviewers are here. I'm saying good morning to you all. You're welcome to the program. The night of April 2026. Please subscribe to the channel if you're watching for the first time. Also like the program. The like button is there. Kindly smash it. Hit the like button. Very, very important. You can also participate uh, by commenting your opinions in the comment section. The comment section is there. Feel free to drop your comments regarding what we'll be discussing this morning. Welcome. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Michael Adekunle. There's no better way to say it. I have to say, we thank God that we are here again today to do the needful. On the topical issues that are currently trending in the country.
All right, topical issues that are trending in the country was trending this morning. Was trending in the country, of course. A story is still trending now. The protests that took place in Abuja yesterday.
Yes.
The likes of Kokonso, Amechi, Peter Obi, Atiku, Tambua, and David Mark. Many of them were there. Femi, how are you doing?
I'm fine. Good morning, our viewer across the globe. We say thank you for joining us this morning once again. May God continue to be with you. We will never disappoint you. We appreciate all your support, financially, spiritually, morally. We say may God continue to be with you as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I'm sure Gladys Oyabo is right in the comment section. Gladys, good morning to you. You're welcome to the program. All the way from Germany, someone is here with us, and the first person to comment this morning. What am I talking about? 2,000 naira going. The first person to comment this morning.
If I will not be
from Germany.
Germany. Gladys Oyabo is
the basic may increase the money. I'm giving you 2,000.
The basic okay.
Yeah, the first commented this morning. Comment section.
Let's
stuff for you. Best guest, right? No.
You get
all right.
Immediately message. I know.
I agree.
Mr. Abatushe, good man, sir. May God bless you. I'm really lucky today. Thank you for the gesture. I'm very happy. Thank you, Mr.
Which gesture? Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Coming from
okay. Sorry.
I thought it was all their money.
I'm sorry. Anyway, Mr. Amushe, thank you because you have been blessing us. Thank you very much. Mr. Mike, thank you very much for your blessing.
Thank you. All right, Robert Uche is here. That's our great man on the platform. You're welcome. Robert Uche is watching us from Germany. Like I said, Gladys is also here with us. Gladys Oyabo, you're welcome. Alaba Afowe is also here with us. Alaba, good morning to you. That's a consistent viewer of Afowe. Use money to
that kind of name.
I love that name.
With their money. I mean their name.
President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, according to reports, was in Lagos to commission some projects, but the Senate President, Akpabio, had to step in. Was the one who commissioned key projects in Lagos. Why was President Bola Ahmed Tinubu absent at that event? Why did he skip Lagos commissioning of projects in Lagos? We'll be looking at it this morning. Is there any rift or ongoing rift between Sanwo-Olu, the governor of Lagos State, and Mr. President? I'm sure you guys are ready to do justice to this report this morning. Of course, Omotosho has debunked the rumor, saying that, or denied the rumor, saying that there's no ongoing rift between the governor of Lagos State and President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Of course, what do you expect Omotosho to say? But I'm not sure whether there's rift going on or rancor going on between President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Babajide Sanwo-Olu. Let's quickly look at this story this morning. Despite being in Lagos since the weekend, President Bola Tinubu was conspicuously absent at the commissioning of some key projects in the state on Wednesday. Don't forget, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu was in Ogun State.
It's on the airport.
So what happened? in Lagos State. We'll be looking at it. Ahead of the visit of the president, the projects were widely publicized both by the presidency and Lagos State government. But Senate President Akpabio carried out the duty on behalf of the president. Akpabio inaugurated the Okpebi-Mende-Odota Link Bridge and multi-agency complex in Alausa, now renamed the Bola Ahmed Administrative Complex, as part of activities lined up for the president's working visit to the state. The event was attended by prominent figures and several APC governors who came in solidarity with Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu. The APC governors in attendance were Governors Akpabio of Ogun State, Diri of Bayelsa State, and Benue Governor Professor Babagana Zulum, as well as Governor Obi of Imo State, who is also the chairman of APC Governors Forum. I'm still asking this question: why was President Bola Ahmed Tinubu missing at that event in Lagos State? What's really going on between President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Babajide Sanwo-Olu? Does this signal deeper political clash, or is it because of health concerns? We don't really know why this is happening. The Lagos State government had announced that President Tinubu would commission key projects here. So it was that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu did not personally commission several projects in Lagos in late March, April 2026, because his scheduled visits and commissioning events were cancelled or postponed. Okay, I will still look at this. I'm still coming to this report. But the most important here, the bottom line here, is that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu was meeting, and this reignited the rancor or the rift or the rumored rift that is going on between the governor of Lagos State and the president. Like I said earlier on, we'll be looking at it this morning. Let's quickly go to the front page of the Punch newspaper to read out headlines here. All right, 2027 alignment. Wike backed PDP films over Makinde ADC alliance plans. After that protest, Makinde met with you say what? Makinde met with the members of the African Democratic Congress. All right, Northeast logged nearly 2,000 explosions in 7 years, says reports. 2027, INEC registers 3.4 million new voters. U.S. order staff to leave Nigeria embassy. List 23 states do not travel. 23 states that you cannot travel to. U.S. lists 23 states as do not travel. Ibadan has potential to become Nigeria's economic hub, says CCII. Federal government warns of possible flooding in 10 states. Possible flooding in 10 states. All right. To the comment section again. Some viewers are saying good morning. Ralph Olu from United Kingdom. Good morning to you. You're welcome to the program. Thank you for joining us. I also have King Joba. Yeah, King Joba, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
You're welcome to the program. Thank you. Where is the palace of the palace?
The palace. We haven't seen
the palace. Not seen the palace for some times now. The palace, I'm sure you watches the program every day. Thank you so much. All right, to Mrs. Tina in California, we say big thank you to you for your daily support. Thank you, Madam Tina. Mrs. Clara, who is always supporting us on the platform too. Thank you. To the rest of the viewers that we cannot even remember to mention their names now, we appreciate all of you. But today, there's a special viewer celebrating his birthday. And what am I talking about? K. Odulaja Baba K. Baba K. Baba K. Baba K. All right, he's celebrating his birthday today. He reached out to me yesterday and he said, Michael, I'm dropping this cash for refreshment this morning. So please let us appreciate Baba K once again.
Baba K.
Yeah, we wish him
happy birthday. May God continue to flourish you as you are increase in age. May you continue to be increased in everything, in every ramification, every positive ramification. May you continue to be increased, more strength, financially, intelligently. May God continue to increase you. Thank you very much, sir. And very funny. It's April that Mr. Michael is also celebrating his birthday. Mr. Michael's birthday is some days ahead.
Some days.
Some days ahead.
No, it's a non-secret. Everybody know. Everybody know. Bring it out.
But it's going to be somewhere around next week. So happy birthday to all of you.
You see, at times, you know, when we find, because there's always a day that is so special in somebody's life. A day when you were born and when you grow old. And the grace of God has always been there. And it is not accidental that we have somebody in the likes of Michael Adekule, our agile, indefatigable anchorman, sharing the same great day, great month with K. Odulaja. Michael, I will just wish you many more years too, as I wish Papa K. Odulaja many happy returns, because it's not every day that you do. That a birthday is celebrated.
Yeah.
I think it's once in a year, and I think it is worth mentioning here on this great platform that happy birthday to the duo, Michael Adekule and K. Odulaja. You people share the same month of April. I hope that it's not even April 1st. I will say maybe I hope you people are not going to fool us.
Don't go there. People even forgot April Fool this time around. Nobody. We have been fooled already, so we don't need to fool ourselves again.
By and large, I will say many happy returns to you, sir. Congratulations, Michael Adekule. Congratulations ahead. Right. I hope maybe by yours is on the 14th of April, and I hope I'm correct. I think I have to go and take some purgative to show us to be able to. I know that that day is going to be a great day for each and every one of us. I know that how to the Lord
all right. All right. May God bless your new age, Mr. K. Odulaja. Yeah, he has been a blessing to every one of us. Yeah. Very consistent viewer. He has helped people a lot. People that are looking for house, people in house problem and all of that. At some point, do yourself, right? Exactly. So thank you so much, Mr. K. Odulaja. Really appreciate you. All right, Rabiu Kokwanso, the former governor of Kano State, Peter Obi, former presidential candidate of Labour Party, former vice president Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, Tambua, some other political heavyweights, led the protests to the INEC headquarters in Abuja. But the question here is that were they fighting for themselves or fighting for the future of Nigerians?
Michael, I will start this submission by saying that in every known democracy, I think if majority have their way, minority too should be heard. And I believe that whatever has happened to ADC, I think is something that every concerned citizen has to raise their eyebrow at, because INEC itself shot themselves in the leg because of the interpretation of the court. And having said that, when you are being given a toga of an impartial judge in will-be election, and you are not being seen as being complicit, I think democracy is endangered. And I want to believe that since they have retracted, trying to redress their missteps, I think it's one of those things that we experience in a democracy. The beauty of it is that instead of taking up arms, being violent, I think non-violent protest too, to register your displeasure over a certain act of it is a welcoming development in any democracy. And I think that the message must have sunk into the secret catacomb of the INEC memory. And I want to believe that they will do the needful concerning that, because many Nigerians they are all looking forward that what can Amukpito do? The name too is also significant. Amukpito, when you are not being taken to make history they always be on the positive side of history. I think the chief engineer of INEC knows that what he has his hands full, and people are not expecting anything less than a free, fair, and equitable template for everybody to thrive.
Femi, what was the protest all about? Was it for Nigerians? Was it for 2027 power? What do you think the protest will change?
That protest cannot change anything. And if you ask me, is it for their personal gain or for Nigeria? Let me tell you, have this at the back of your mind. Anybody that come out as a Nigerian politician, he starts from his own personal benefit. That is the truth of the matter. That is the bottom line. He will first of all feed himself. Yes. Even the late said Awolowo, he will first of all take care of himself diplomatically. Take that one and put it. So if anybody is telling you that because of the Nigeria, Oga, he will take care of himself first, and people surround him before we think of other. Now let's go to ADC. This crisis that is rumbling ADC now, do you think it started today? Go and check the history of ADC. Who was their first chairman? This Obi and Atiku has been their chairman for years, donkey years. How can somebody be chairman of a party for that years, and in 2022 there is a court that said, Oga, your tenure. Do you know that Obi and Atiku sacked maybe what is the name of their presidential candidate? Yes, he said he removed him from the party, and the case was in the court. Before Amukpita came in, and they told him that, Oga, you don't have that right to sack because you are no longer APC chairman. Look at the new fashion ADC chairman. Look at the new fashion that just came out. The new, section of ADC. They are the one that in the corridor of power of ADC. They are the one that's supposed to be there. Obi and Atiku continuously perpetrating himself as a chairman of that party, and is using it as a business. They all established that party. So when you are distributed in your party, when you feel cheated in your party, you can come to our party, you pay some money, then you run. We allow you to run. That's the business as usual. But this time around, Obi and Atiku now see somebody that want to come in and buy the party structure as a whole, and you now say you will resign when you are not even the authentic chairman of the party. But both Obi and Atiku and what's the name of that one, the Gambu, then Gombe, they are not anywhere close to the corridor of authority of ADC. Go and look at it. We cannot be carried away with emotions because you want to chase away Tinubu. If you are being carried away with emotion because you want to chase Tinubu, you will end up establishing Tinubu. Yes, these people, they ran into ADC without cross-checking what was the problem in this ADC that we want to go, that we want to get, that we want to run into. Go and check, do your own research and look at the endless problem that they were encountering in ADC. That ADC, it was a bad market sold to Atiku and El-Rufai. Now you now want to deal with Tinubu. Yoruba will say anything about best with them. You want to deal with them, then you must come with a very long spoon. Otherwise, Satan will hit you with both the spoon and the food. You want to deal with Tinubu, and you want to stand on a mumbling something like this, on a foundation that is not strong. Okay, just one kick, you are gonna. And I want to thank God for them that this kind of a thing is surfacing before we go into general election. If this thing is not surfacing and they look for the way to address it before general election, all their pot of soup put on a stove that doesn't have strong leg, they will just put APC with just one strike and everything will go. So for me, all these protests that they are doing, it cannot hold any water. And I saw Aregbesola writing one petition, presenting it to INEC that they are submitting one thing to. We are in Nigeria, okay? We are not in UK. Go and do the needful. If you know that party cannot contain you, look for another party. Yes, you have got a black market.
Isn't it too late to look for another party?
No,
It's not too late.
I don't think that it's too late because as much as I know, we have plethora of parties in Nigeria. I cannot give an accurate figure of the one, even though they may remain, some of them are obscure because of there is more or less no activity in that in some of the other parties. I think that as of the now, the senior members of ADC, they are already putting their heads together, mulling and the next action as to where the ship will go. And I believe that if they can, this thing remain intractable, they stand currently. I think the other option is to look for any party among the ones that are left to see where they can test the waters and carry on their business of politicking. I haven't said that. I want to believe that they themselves they left short of being clinical in their arrangements, because I believe that you are dealing with somebody who does not really want to relinquish power easily, even though you also as ADC as a party, you have not tightened the noose as it were. And I want to believe that having said that, you see that ADC is not left with no option than to see that if this matter is not resolved on time, because we are now in April, and I believe that the presidential election will come up in January. I think between now and next month, if there's nothing concrete as to where they are headed, I think I will say that they are playing a ball where there is no goalpost to score.
All right, Levy Nati says Yoruba people are guided by Ifa Oracle, and Ifa did not say that Yoruba people should depend on Abuja for our security, commerce, immigration, or economic policies. It goes on, the words of Levy are ended. All right, Pam says, I have seen the list of states to avoid from the U.S. travel advice. No single Southwest state was listed, so we don't need lecture from people who come from insecurity laden. They should learn from us. It goes on, do not travel to Borno, Jigawa, Kogi, Kwara, Niger, Plateau, Taraba, Yobe, and so on and so forth. States due to unrest, crime, and kidnapping: Abia, Anambra, Bayelsa, Delta, Enugu, Imo, dash. All right, now these are the states.
Can I just reply to? Was it not that number? I just made a comment. You see, when we say we are running a nation is an agglomeration of states that make up a nation. If there are security challenges in other states, and you know definitely that it's going to strain the existing structure where you don't have that incidence of security breaches. And by so doing, even though if they come here, are we going to say we are not going to help them in settling down? And even if we don't settle down, the existing structure is already encroached upon by the deluge or the influx of all these people that come into other states that you don't have the high incidence of security challenges. And to me, if Annam is saying that thank God with Southwest, then I think you don't have a merciful mind. You should also show some form of empathy, because we are not running a Western Nigerian government. We are running Nigeria as an entity, and we believe that what is good for A should also be good for the Uganda.
Does it mean we don't have security challenges in Southwest?
Michael, do you know why I don't want to respond to that now? Okay. When you are going to somewhere and you begin to respond to every I'm sorry to use this word, that back at you, we will not reach where you are going. I want us to deeper on this matter of ADC, because it's paining me. Because that's the only option Nigeria have now, apart from APC. Which other party? PDP is dead. Labour Party is dead. This is the only ADC, and you that we think you're supposed to your number 6 supposed to be working. You started fumbling. Now let's talk about what Atnam is saying. You forget about Kwara. Those communities that are attacking Kwara
close to us.
They are Yoruba. That ghost town called Omuaro. Go and In fact, one of the ancient town of Yoruba is that Omuaran.
That's Oyedepo's own town.
Yes, those
the
are
popular winners.
when we are talking about Oya is one of dating Yoruba. Those are the area they come from. If you are hearing anything Omupo, Omu or whatever, those are the dominants. They are Yorubas. It's affecting us. It's affecting this. So don't say Yoruba Southwest is exempted. Oga, maybe they don't silence about it. What about the one that is happening in Ondo State? Some axes in Akure, they are not safe in those areas. So let's forget about United States of America list. And I don't want to dwell much on top of that one. So let's forget about that one.
All right, let's move down to Anthem again. Dumebi Kachuku has been warning about ADC mess since Atiku and his gang bought the party. Now everyone wants to pretend the issue wasn't there and blame APC. That's that people. All right, Abiodun Bakari says, tell Mr. Femi that it is Ralph Nwosu and not Ibe Kachuku, who was a former petroleum minister.
Yes.
I don't understand what you
Ralph Nwosu, yes.
Ralph Nwosu is the chair. No, maybe I make a miss. Ralph is in the idea. The point I want to make is that Atiku bought a black market that he didn't investigate from Ralph Nwosu. What is the name of the former their presidential candidate in 2023? Dumebi. Ralph Nwosu sacked Dumebi. He said because there was a rancor between them. They said, do you know what happened? When that Dumebi wanted to contest, he went to meet Obasanjo at Oka that I want to contest under this party, and they usually mention your name. That one now said, you see, if you want to contest under the platform, we have to reject the party structure. The structure of party is not well sitting down with everybody because Kachuku has hijacked the party because he maybe that one sound like Makachuku or something. he has hijacked the party and his tenure refused to be ending continuously until some people gather and say, Oga, this tenure we have to terminate it. And when the chairman tenure elapse, then it is a network. I mean, who are these people? Some group in the party, some party ESCO, they have to take over, and they are the one that take over. You still want to load yourself over the same party to consist. Go and check the history now, and you cannot come. Let me tell you, the way they handle this thing, there is no sign that if opposition take over, they are going to move us anywhere. I'm telling you, I can bet it. With the way they are treating this their in-house crisis, they don't know how to solve it. There is no tendency that if they collect power today, they know what to do. They all may be worse than APC. If you can't solve this kind of a thing, when you cannot make an investigation about the products you want to buy, tell me. After that, their chairman resignation. You see all the state ESCO that resign. I've been following this case for a long time. Some state ESCO have been coming that our name have been forged. Yes. That we resign. We never resign. Yes. So if their chairman resign, all the state ESCO have they resigned, and they are the one. Yes, and they are the one that now coming out and still join the. We are the owner. We are the original owner of this party. So that guy that sold it for you, you bought a black market.
Is protesting at INEC headquarters the right way to demand reform?
Yes, there's no other way to demand it.
No other way.
Because you have to be. You have to do the line of engagement. I think if Mahatma Gandhi would do it in India by using violence demonstration, non-violent demonstration to register a point, which later became, we later benefited the Indians by coming into power. I think ADC using that non-violent protest is to send a message down the spine of INEC to do the needful. And I want to believe that if you say violence, I know violence can only beget violence. I think those people that you see in ADC, they are knowledgeable enough. They know about the workings of government. They at one time or the other, rule in their different states, and also even the chairman, the current chairman of ADC, David Mark, was once Senate president of this country, and I think they will do no less what we are seeing them do now. And I want to believe that, I mean, that's just the way to go. Because engagement, peaceful engagement, I mean, having an intellectual discourse over a matter is the right way to go. If you resort to a kind of brute force, using some kind of illegal method, I think it's not good for our democratic experiment.
I don't expect them to engage in illegal something. But the best thing is for them to trace their step backwards. Where have we made mistake? Where did we get it wrong? Now, and do the analysis about, I mean, what they call correlation. What have we done wrong? What can we do now? Is there any alternative? Can we resolve all this issue? Can we outsmart these people? I'm not saying that they should be violent or they should carry cutlass. But to me, instead of go busy yourself accusing your enemy, why not look inward yourself? You know, there's some people, I don't like that ideology. Some people, they will always accuse one mother from their, he's the one doing it. Hey, it's my mother, it's my father. You yourself, it's your father, it's your mother. Would they give you money? You go and use it to drink 1 crate of beer, and you say it's somebody that is doing it. Eh? You yourself, why can't you look inward yourself? Have I done anything wrong? A lazy man will say, it's one mother from our compound that is dreaming, when he didn't do the needful. Some people will abandon the simple thing that they should be doing. They will be go and parade themselves on the top of mountain, and God will be looking at them and go, are you mad? Can't you see? You don't get sense? See it now. This is where you got it wrong. Go and do the needful. So until ADC, ESCO, all this Atiku and Aregbe, the one that disappointed me most is Aregbesola, because he was one disciple of Tinubu, and you know how you. If not that, he are not already the way now. Yes, this Aregbe that now want to portray himself as a angel, or somebody that is Democrat. If not that there is a distance between him and Tinubu, he would have been dancing the go dance along with Tinubu now. So what are we talking about?
Mike, I want to say one thing here. You see, before the now, I said that the people that make up ADC, they are strange bedfellows, and that the nation and every constituency awaits how they are going to, tighten up their loose spaces in the party. And I also equally mentioned on this platform that there are persons in that fold that I'm not too comfortable with. I made mention of Aregbesola. I also made mention of El-Rufai, if you can still remember. And I remember they are taking them to when they held sway as their respective governor of their different states. And I saw the way they ruled. It does not really show that they are democratic to the letter. And if they are now mounting it that yes, we are going this and we are going that, we are going to do this, then when you check the antecedents, I don't think if I were to score them, I don't think I would score them any pass mark. Because Aregbesola, let me just speak again. Aregbesola, when he has way, he wanted to turn the states to one religious state. Introducing this, what do they call it? That thing, they say Akpabio and some other thing, where people will not crowd themselves to school. He was trying to segment what has always been in operation. And I don't like it. Even when you take into cognizance the same way El-Rufai ruled Kaduna, he ruled with iron fist. And you can see that, when you see such a person now trying to say they are Democrats, I don't know whether overnight they have just been given a water of democracy, so that they are acting in that light. But having said that, you see, ADC need to do a lot of work. I think Gentleman Mike said that there should be that spanners are going to be thrown, and we are already currently witnessing those spanners being thrown at them. Right. And when you now put all these things together, I think they have to do a very clinical surgery to be able to come out of this unabashed.
All right, away from that, let's quickly go into Lagos politics. Like I said earlier on, President Bola Tinubu was in Lagos and was supposed to commission some key projects. But on behalf of him, the Senate President did the commissioning of these projects. Why was President Bola Tinubu absent from such a major publicized project, despite being in Lagos?
Do you want me to respond?
What went wrong between Tinubu and Sanwo-Olu?
They say there is no smoke without fire. We are in the era of politics. A lot of blocks are being formed in every party. And you know, there were some blogs in APC. They were mooting this man that has his house very close to where we are here, Hamzat, as the likely successor to Sanwo-Olu. And we've also heard before the now that Ambode is coming back. And at one function too, where Tinubu was even quoted, they said, Tinubu said that Ambode was, raining praises on him. Then you can see that there must have been some alignment and disconnect, either from some power blocks within the APC rank. And Sanwo-Olu might not be comfortable because most of the governors, as we speak, they would rather put somebody in their position when they are leaving, somebody that they are comfortable with, in order to cover their track record. And whatever they have misdeed or their overreach is being covered up by whosoever the likely successor. I mean, that might have been one of the reasons that Sanwo-Olu and his father in politics, Jagaban, might not be on the same page as to who will be the next Lagos State governor. And you know, you cannot fight your father. Your father knows how you were born, how you came into this world. Even when we are doing the calculus, you know, I've always said that construction is calibrated, on a very good arithmetic. And those who dare to outsmart this calculus pays dearly. And I hope Sanwo-Olu should have to restrain himself from being, from being pushed, because during his own emergence, he was not even in the picture. You know, some people left well before Baba now paid him to be the governor of Lagos State. I think he should have to look at the ropes and see that it is well read.
Although the Lagos State government gave reasons why the president was not there, the government said it was to attend to national matters, also security issues. I think these are the reasons why the president was not at the commissioning of these key projects. Femi, what went wrong between President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Babajide Sanwo-Olu beyond what we are seeing or reading?
No, nothing will go wrong between them if not politics, because what connects them together is also politics. So if they are going to have a serious beef, it's going to be about politics. And as Mr. Vincent said, that as we are approaching the electionary period, this time around a lot of rancor will be happening. But the distance between Sanwo-Olu and Tinubu is too much, to the extent that even if Sanwo-Olu is not feeling happy with what is happening, it will just be mumbling. You will not be able to speak it out like the way we have it when Ambode was there. Despite all the head button they give Ambode, it was just keep silent, and it was like a sacrificial lamb that keeps silent until they take him to the where they want to slaughter it. So this time around, I think that thing is political, because even if you want to cite health issue, what will make Baba to fall sick all of a sudden, just like that?
After commissioning project.
Yes, and it's true. You are already in Lagos State. So,
contiguous state.
Yes. So if Baba, no matter, even if he's sick, he will look for one stick or the other and go
at
to
least,
that.
even if it was one.
Yes. If he will look, even if he cannot work well, he will say, and then we go back to where he come from. So, but this time around, I think it's a political the differences that they have to amend it. Otherwise, if people keep on seeing this kind of a crack in the wall, it will not all sound well for both of them. So I think it's political. It's not political.
As an addendum to what Femi has said, you see, you know, they have already done their own convention, and they are going to the states, the congresses. That is where the real fight, the real battle is expected. And if it is not well managed, it can tear the entire party into shreds. And I hope the people that are the drivers of the political party in their different states, they will do the needful, in order not to allow their dirty linen to be washed in the public. I know that they are working around the clock to see that all those dissenting voices are now they will address them in the best way possible.
All right, before you go, why is Sheyi Makinde jumping up and down? He was with Atiku and the likes yesterday after the protest. What's the reason for that? His alliance with the African Democratic Congress about ideology or power sharing. Why is jumping up and down?
You know, at the time, it was mooted. It was in the public space that he was going to support with 10 billion naira. And when he entered into kind of a discussion, under curtain discussion with the ADC leadership, and I've always said that politics is about interest, and there's no permanent friend, no permanent enemy. What operates mostly is permanent interest. I think jobbing ship also gave an allusion to that when it was being referred to Obi. I said it has already been embodied in our political space. Because if you want to realize your ambition, then you have to look for a kind of a template where you can realize your ambition. I want to believe that whatever has happened is nothing so strange. It's something that is expected.
Is he trying to build unity between the People's Democratic Party and the African Democratic Congress? What was he trying to do?
Yes. And that one is very, very dangerous. And that's why we can reacted. So, he still has the faction of PDP. And if we don't use that strength, the faction, I think ADC also made a Turaki-led faction, which belong to Sheyi Makinde side, if I'm right. Yeah. So if they pull out that, block of PDP, and they join ADC, it's going to be a plus. And that's why, I told you that Orindo Wike, you don't do Orinta Wike, because when you take somebody away from the party, of course, if we go somewhere else now, because alone now. When you test me somewhere, you make a place unconditional for me. Then we have to move somewhere else. So what are you talking about? So Makinde is free to go anywhere you want to go to. But some of them, they are just look at the case of Governor of Bauchi, Bala Mohammed. The man don't know where to go now. See, there's the syndrome of Balabolo is still affecting him. So don't know where to go.
Bala, you've forgotten that the provision of finance under Bala was taken by EFCC, and he is now trying to weigh the options where his own interest can be well secured. And moreover, you remember, another notable personality in ADC once said that if you join APC, your sins are forgiven. Maybe he's trying to weigh the options that is left with you.
All right, so on the absence of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu at the commissioning of projects in Lagos, Mustafa Adesina says it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. The president was busy trying to figure out how to fix Nigeria. So the vice president and the senate president can represent him.
I want to know a big deal.
We are not saying it's a big deal. Because we are not saying it's not a big deal. Rather, it's a big deal. Because what we are saying that when a witch shake at night and the baby dies in the morning, you should know that there must be a connection to that.
That's a glorious day that Papa
Thank you so much. Thank you. Very brilliant contribution. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Mike.
Welcome. Gentle, how are you doing?
Good morning, Mr. Adekule.
Good morning to our esteemed viewers. I would also want to wish Mr. Odolaja a happy birthday. I pray that he will continue to work stronger, in good health and prosperity. I also bless him with the blessings of longevity.
Yeah, I saw unity among the opposition leaders yesterday, the likes of Mechi, Obi, Atiku, Tambua, David Mark. Can they continue with this?
Well, like I was listening to Mr. Femi, you see, they failed to do their due diligence. You understand? We expected them to have their think tank seriously does not work out well. They need to go back to the drawing board. We've been saying here, from day one, since when the coalition took place, we said these people don't seem to be working together. And I think that explains, the crisis we are seeing with them. The ruling party were quick to look at loophole and they took advantage of it. If they had envisaged this time before now, that's why a political party must have a very strong think tank. The people that will be all out looking at possible, future problems, and then finding solution ahead of time. But unfortunately, they have not done that. But the protest is, of course, their constitutional right. They have a right. Don't forget, INEC may be playing a psychological war. They are giving it back to them. It's a game. You understand? If you imagine a situation where INEC did what they did and then they just went to sit down, it's an acceptance of defeat. You understand? Now, for them to have come out and you could see the crowd that followed them, I think it has sent a message to the ruling party and also have sent a message to INEC. But what I think is more important now is redress. They should up their game, and then those people who are saddled with the responsibility there should be. I remember Bala Kwankwo Sosori has made some effort to meet with Nafiu Gombe. They scheduled on when to meet, and then he waited for him. Unfortunately, Nafiu Gombe didn't show up. You understand? That is to tell you, this was just a game well orchestrated. They took advantage of the loopholes. It was something they should have seen before now. But unfortunately, it's coming. But they should have plan A, plan B, plan C. Funny enough, election is in less than a year. I expected them to begin to deploy other options. You understand? If in case this one doesn't work, what is the next possible option? Or else we will find ourselves in a situation where there is no democracy. My only concern with the ruling party is that the way they are playing the game, seriously, it's not the way we expect it to be. If Jonathan played this game, I can bet you the APC will not have been in power. I remember Oshomole, when he won his second term, came out and applauded Jonathan that because he benefited from his his democratic nature. Jonathan did not interfere. He just allowed things to be. As the ruling party, instead of you being more concerned about delivering governance, because effective governance is the biggest campaign. If this government have been, giving us governance, what we would have seen now is that we'll be looking at what they have achieved, visible development, and then Nigerians will be looking at the possible, way of voting them into power. But unfortunately, Nigerians are not happy. You can see the crowd yesterday. It's not all of them that are ADC members. These are people who are not happy. They saw a platform that gives them an opportunity to come out and express their grievances. That should tell the ruling party they have not done well. The ADC also have an opportunity. They still have some time. They can work out things.
Gentlemen, Mike, these were strong top political figures that staged protest yesterday without violence. Can't we have these people protest the current insecurity challenges we are facing? Have we ever had it before? Have we ever had this kind of scenario, situation whereby they come out and protest insecurity in the country?
Thank you, Michael. Permit me to quickly join my colleagues to say happy birthday to Mr. Odulaja. As your day shows, shall your strength be. Congratulations, sir.
We were able to pass a message yesterday.
Yeah, the message was passed very strongly. A lot of people joined the protest, as my brother said. And for me, one of the activists was trying to mock that protest yesterday. He said, to be precise, Omoyele Sowore mocked the protest that these are people that felt that activists are not suitable in governance. Just the way they always tell him that, Mr. Man, you are an activist, you cannot really be in government. But these are people that have been in government now doing the job of an activist. So I mean that's just on a lighter note. But the truth is that and that is why you must always speak against what is wrong, because you never can tell when it will be your turn. You never can tell when it will be your turn. These are people, just as you said, they have never for once come out to say, no, this insecurity is bad. When they are in government, I meant to say, or when they are in one form of a leadership position or the other, they won't come out to condemn certain things outrightly. They will be carried away by the party they belong to and by virtue of the position they held at that time. But today they felt cheated. They felt they are betrayed by a system that they have once worked within. That from a system they have always been part of. so to speak. So they have to become overnight activists and express their displeasure at the INEC office yesterday. They submitted a petition. But beyond that, just as I think it was FM that was saying it, they must begin, and my brother also said it, they must be looking at options. Because if they think from their own recommendation in their own petition that the INEC chairman should be sacked, if they think that is going to happen, they must be joking. The man in the saddle is not likely to look in that direction. And I mean to sack the INEC chairman. They are not going to have that. Let me even put it straight. They are not going to have that. They won't shift the day of election because of what is happening to a particular ADC. They will not. The man in the saddle will not mind if daylight should turn to midnight. It doesn't matter to him. What matters to him is that this is what I want and I'm on course. I've always told you that he plays the politics of all cards on the table. You don't sleep, you don't blink when you are dealing with this kind of thing. It's unfortunate how ADC has messed up themselves by not being sensitive enough to have seen what is happening to them now. I think the people in ADC, these are stalwart in their right, politically speaking. They ought to have seen what is happening to them now. Because as far as the president is concerned, he has no hand in this. That's what he will tell you. Or did we really see his hand there? No. You can't really finger that, okay, this is, we can pinpoint his hand. You won't see the hand, but you will be seeing movements. Things will be moving. They are dealing with the judiciary. It's a card. It's part of the card that are on the table. It's a judiciary that you have problem with. Sort yourself out with judiciary and all of that. So they have missed it at that point. They must be looking at options available, and unfortunately for them as well, part of the constitutional changes that were done, especially when it comes to our election or the conduct and all of that. Some things have changed. You now have timeline where you need to have done certain things, and if you don't meet up with that, you are out of the game. There is a particular time frame that you must be a member of a political party before you aspire or something like that. These have become legal issues, and the people that are playing this card with them knows it. They know exactly what they are doing. So if you say you want to pursue this ADC to a logical conclusion by going to court, you have finished yourself. Because deliberately the court will waste your time until your party will become irrelevant. So the earlier they probably jet out of this ship and look at the direction they want to face, the better for them. But if they think that Mr. President will now sack the INEC chairman, or Mr. President will now say, yeah, I don't want it to be only me. I don't want to be only, or reverse the electoral law, or I don't want to be the only person on the ballot. I don't want to be, APC should not be the only functional party. That one doesn't concern him. He's moving on. Unfortunately, the ADC messed up.
Someone said to me that even if ADC boycotts the election, that Tinubu will still continue.
Of course, you will emerge. See, Tinubu, when you call him master strategist, it's not just by, if they boycott the election, do you know that it's going to work out in, if other, they can just put up other opposition parties, they will be on the ballot, and then there will be election. Once there is two,
and there will be a winner.
Of course, there will be a winner at the end of the day. You understand? So it's even a waste of time. They have made a mistake from day one, but I feel there are options. You understand? They should carefully look at it. You understand? They have allowed the ruling party. Now you look at how it is now. I'm talking about the timing. You must agree with me that the judiciary, the INEC, and the president in Nigeria at all times, not now, are working in cahoots. You understand? So, and that is why, as an opposition party, you must be, you must beat them to their game. You understand? I was expecting, I remember one time I said, I like the fact that Peter Obi has joined the ADC, because now he's meeting people who are veteran politicians, who knows it all, the good, the bad, and the ugly are there. So I was thinking they have what it takes to, match the ruling party, to whatever length. But unfortunately, they were just being carried away by the euphoria of I want to become president or so. And then this is where we are. It's unfortunate that they have not played their card well, in spite of the heavyweight politicians we saw there.
Sorry, Michael, ordinarily, what is ADC? Who knows ADC in this country? You understand? It is because of the big names that have moved into that party that is giving it relevance. So at the moment those guys began to move into that direction, they must have problem. They must generate problem for them. And that is what you are seeing. He talked about Gombe not attending that meeting that was scheduled. He won't attend. Reschedule the meeting 100 times. You won't see him there. I will not be surprised if DSS are now following that Gombe. I won't be surprised because he has become the baby of the government of the day. They will pamper him just the way they pampered. Was it a pamper or a bure? One of them was pampered as at that time when Labour was going through their own crisis. So it's the same. It's the same template. They will ensure that you don't get yourself till you hear that it's 24 hours for election.
All right, the comment section, there's a Chima says, gentleman Mike, currently the NDC is still having issues, having little issues. Tinubu is not an inch a Democrat. All right, he says he disagrees with you this morning. That's what there's a Chima. Gentleman Mike, I disagree with you for the first time, bro. What do you want the NDC and opposition to do? Tinubu has captured the state institutions that they would have used to checkmate him. But as it goes on, the earlier you guys understand that there is no democracy in Nigeria anymore, the better. Mustafa Adeshino says, I am on the same page with you. Okay, I see Aidinobu. Okay, I don't know what Aidinobu said there. I'll still go back to it. Antnam, Rosanton says, just selfless. Alright, okay. Aidinobu says, people without a party, Atiku has no headway in 2027. We should go and rest. Are you listening? Atiku has no people without a party. Atiku has no headway in 2027. We should go and rest. Says Aidinobu. As it goes on, the only mistake Obi made was his inability to form a new party from the scratch. He would have capitalized on the euphoria after the 2023 election and formed the obedient party.
Honestly, I agree with that position. Absolutely, you will have saved him from some of this headache that we are having now. I mean, he should have floated the party since for years now, and we've not had major crisis within that party. So Obi should have capitalized on the last general election and build a party from scratch.
All right, away from that, what's going on between President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Babajide Sanwo-Olu? Gentle.
Well, officially, we've been told that the president was absent because of urgent national issues or urgent national matters. And I think that is what we must swallow. That is what we've been told officially, the reason why he was absent at that commission. But I think I perceive that it's deeper than that. A Jagaban that I know would not have missed any event, a major event of that nature happening in Lagos. His political base, as it were, even though he's the president, but his base remains the city of Lagos. I would not have missed that occasion for any reason. It's obvious that the rumored rifts that we have always heard from the rumor mills seems to be true in terms of the fact that things are not really smooth between himself and the son, Babajide Sanwo-Olu. And part of it came out when the Speaker of the Lagos State House of Assembly was removed at that time. If you remember, Mudashiru Obasa was removed, and it was clear that removal didn't go down well with Mr. President, which eventually made him to force him back to be the Speaker of the League. So we've had some of this back and forth going on between Jide Sanwo-Olu and Mr. President, which shows that the things are not really going the way it should. And yesterday also confirmed that position. As a matter of fact, one of the GAC member, it was Abaolusi, when he was speaking, he said he felt very disappointed that Mr. President is not on ground and all of that. So it means that perhaps the president is not in good time with both the governor of the state and even maybe some of the GAC members.
Is the rift real or just political theater?
Yeah,
Did this keep the commissioning to show displeasure with Sanwo-Olu?
there has been this speculation, just like you said, of that possible rift. But there's no smoke without fire. That's one thing I will say. You remember Ambode's case started like this. They said the commissioner of information came out to dismiss the report of any rift between the two of them. But the same thing we saw under Ambode. At a point they were debunking the claim until they got to a point where they cannot hide it. You understand? In politics, it's not all the time that interests align. You understand? But for Sanwo-Olu, I think it's even good for him. This is his second term. Unlike Ambode, you understand? Ambode at a point goofed because he felt he was performing very well and he thought he could just have the day without knowing that Tinubu has already created a system for himself. You understand that whoever that will really, defeat Tinubu in Lagos said, I don't know, what strategy that person will bring. You understand? So he should also consider if he still have ambition to remain in politics, he should tread with care, because so that he may not end up committing, political suicide, where he may not have to remain in politics again.
Will this have any implication?
Yeah, if he doesn't,
you just said it now that this is second time.
Yeah, it's second, but he may want to aspire for senator. He may want to aspire for senator, and I can tell you, if this issue continue between Tinubu and Tinubu has Lagos, a major part of Southwest. Let's put it this way. That's not the kind of democracy I want, but that's the reality. You understand? I can tell you, if he does not trade with care, Tinubu can just remove him from politics completely. That's a statement of fact.
All right, to the comment section before you guys go, let us quickly see. All right, Sanwo-Olu is lucky. This is coming from Udezi Chima. Sanwo-Olu is lucky that he is in his second tenure. If not, the dictator would have booted him out like Ambode.
Absolutely.
All right, Olatuja officer says, when was the independence of the judiciary destroyed? Are we under a military administration? On to the next one, Amodego says, in this case, let us call the people of Nigeria, that's the masses, to have one voice against the leaders. All right, Atnam says, ADC is their own problem. ADC leadership is a mess. They promised Gombe the vice chairman, they promised the vice chairmanship seat, then flipped it to Babachi Lawal because they said Gombe was too small for the role. All right, Udeze says Abacha was a military dictator that allowed the independence of the judiciary, but Tinubu is a civilian dictator that destroyed the independence of the judiciary. Which one do you prefer? All right, thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate your contribution. Mr. Olajide, good morning.
Mr. Mike, I'm saying good morning to you, our global anchor of system. God bless you. And our global viewer as well, Mrs. Tina and the rest, people who have blessed us. Good morning again, happy birthday again. All our viewers, thank you very much. I mean, my humble self, Mr. Olajide, you are most welcome to this analysis.
All right, so you're also welcome to the program. How are you doing?
Good morning.
Good morning to you too. You saw the protest yesterday. Obi was there, Atiku was present, David Mark was there, Kokonso also was there. What would be the effect of this protest?
It's a clear signal of a muzzled system.
What will it change?
They just want to get...
Were they able to send a message to INEC?
Very clear. I think... I'm waiting for the time that all of them will announce a revolution if they did not shift ground. That's what I'm waiting for. Yes, because it's very clear there was manipulation, a deliberate manipulation and infiltration. We know that Gambo history very well. He has been with Opus Odema secretly, has also been with some of the Southwest governors secretly. They have been moving from one place to another. He was part of the system ab initio. He never complained. INEC was part of the system. They never complained of anything. They are just coming up with something and looking for something to hold on to. That's my take on that. They should face it the way it is. If Bola Ahmed Tinubu need fight, they give him fight because he's not performing. There's nothing to write home about. He just want to put himself there for whatever reason he has. As for governorship, governance, he has failed and he has failed in all ramifications. Our person just said it. You have failed. Nigerian media should stop celebrating this failure. That's my take on that.
Okay. You also saw the protest.
Yes.
Your take on it.
Mr. Mike, in the first place, peaceful protest is a constitutional right of every Nigerian to express our grievances on whatever we feel we are not happy with as regards governance or system of government we are expressing from the government of the day.
And it was indeed peaceful.
It was peaceful. So I salute the courage all those who took the constitutional provision. They didn't allow it to go without being exhausted. They exhausted their right as guaranteed by constitution that you have a peaceful right of process to government. As it went peacefully like that, and government too respected their view to respect their grievances of the government. I celebrate both parties. Government recognized them, they didn't oppress them, they were not tear gassed, and they too they conduct themselves in a peaceful way. So I thumb up for both parties. Now, the issue on why they protested, Mr. White, that's now the issue now. The issue on the basis of the protest, save democracy. Bola Tinubu don't do this, don't translate democracy. Is Bola Tinubu is the AP that translates democracy based on the current situation of ADC? But that's the critical question. The ADC that have been is one of the 20 parties in Nigeria. That's why I not agree with anybody who say Nigeria is one party state. No, Nigeria is already a plural state, a multi-party state. ADC is one of the parties in the ballot box. It's in the ballot box. So they are not a one party state. But the basis of their protest now, that the state in which ADC is now being caused by the ruling government, is it correct? I don't think it's correct. And they are now holding INEC responsible for one or two things wrong. Is that one also correct? No, that is not correct too. INEC is not to be blamed. The current government is not to be blamed for this crisis. ADC find themselves for their woes. Of course, they are licking their wounds now. What happened? When Atiku was eventually dreaming, yes, that was we changed the way from PDP because he was positioning himself to get PDP tickets in 2027 again. He got in 2019, he got 2023. He now said, I want to reposition a PDP. The people remaining there fought him out of that party. He now went to ADC. When you are going to ADC, of course, you have a freedom of association to associate with any party of your choice, with anybody. You have constitution guarantee you that. But when you are going to a party that already has a structure, Mr. Mike, that structure is in place already. The one executive is still there. The government executive of the party is still there. The state ESCO is still there. The regional ESCO is still actively in charge. And national ESCO is still there. Look at this clear level of this executive of this party. You now went to the highest level. You compromise some people to leave their position for you. That's what happened. We have most and some people that will resign from the executive for you to take over the position, and then so I can then take ownership, take control of the party, and now begin to dismantle the structure of the party that was legitimately put in place. So when you took over that structure, few of the structure you took over, the national ESCO, the national chairman, secretary, some other offices of the party. Now, forgetting that the state ESCO is still there, local government ESCO is still there, ward ESCO is still there, regional ESCO, southwest, northwest, all those are still there. So other members of the national ESCO, they are still there. ESCO is still there. You don't feel, but you just think that you just think by taking few strategic position at national level, they are in control of the party, and then dissolve the rest and impose yourself on them. And the other people say no. Where did you join the party from? Where did you join this party? Did you join the party from the world level? Where did you join this party? We are the ESCO of the party. We are the official of the party. It's still in place. You only replace some few people at the top.
So they stood against that move.
Yes, including Gombe. So why? I mean, that's the essence of the matter. What I want to say, he resigned for Atiku, David Mark, and the rest to take over. Forgetting that there are so that level of the structure of the party still activate in time. Who will resist you? Are you going to tell the state chairman that when you now be giving instruction to the state chairman, when he doesn't even know you now? And that's one way, Mr. Mike. When national officers resign from party, there is something called extraordinary convention, Congress, they will do to replace the officials that left. Where was convention head, extraordinary convention head to replace the officials that produced David Mark, and Co. as the executive of that party? Because they were so over desperate. Mr. Mike, that's the problem they run into. Because they were over desperate to select their personal political ambition. Yeah, there's nothing wrong in fulfilling your political ambition. You have the right to fulfill your political ambition, but when you are doing this, watch your steps so that you don't fall into traps. You cannot do right thing in the wrong way. Replacement of those who resign, it must be done in the rightful way. How must it be done? There must be extraordinary congress. That's what we go. Extraordinary congress to fill up those offices of who left the place. And if you have caused those people to leave that office, they must come down to the other levels of executive states and say how to carry them along.
Were they not assaulted before they were replaced?
They bought those one off. They bought them and settled them off to resign to take over national level of the party. They were settled. They were bought off. Allegedly 2 billion. They were bought off. They were paid.
So allegedly 2 billion naira was paid.
I don't know the amount they were paid. What I know is that they were settled to leave office for them so they can take over that office.
Not that it was done legally.
It's not legally. That's not even the way to replace national ESCO of a party who resigned. The vice chairman can step into office of the chairman in an acting capacity. They will now conduct extraordinary congress to fill up those places from delegates from different parts of the country. People will show interest in that office they want to contest for that office. People will show interest to play for the party. They come and contest for it, and the delegate will come and elect them into the office. He didn't do that. Now the issue now is that when the other party, other member of the party who feel that this is not acceptable, now raise like a legal challenge to you. We went to court. You are already in high court. The trial is already going on. The ruling of the high court, not judgment, a ruling of the high court about the continuity of the matter to appeal, because you can appeal that one once the judgment come out. Court of Appeal said no, dismiss that interlocutory appeal of David Mark and the ESCO. Go back to high court. Go and stand trial. Let this matter be thoroughly tried and let them be pronounced of who is the rival leader of this party.
So if you are not satisfied, you can now
appeal.
Come back to appeal.
That's number one. Number two of the court of appeal decision. Go back to the status quo that was existing. And what was the status quo? Ralph Nwosu executive was status quo. INEC in their interpretation of what status quo as declared by the Supreme Court, they said, well, I listen to say, I don't anybody is talking from his own wish to him. INEC interpreted, said Supreme Court has determined what status quo means. A station is a station whereby there was no crisis. So Ralph Nwosu's tenure was when there was no crisis at all.
No issues.
Yes. David Mark and you people that came up, you people are contenders. You are the people that were involved in crisis. The status quo INEC was referring to the account interpretation of INEC, what is based on Supreme Court judgment of what status quo means, that a situation whereby there was no crisis. And what was the situation where there was no crisis? It was when Ralph Nwosu was in the office. INEC now said, okay, one, Court of Appeal said, go back to a high court and start this trial. Let the pronouncement be made as to who is the real authentic leader of this party. And then go back to the status quo. The status quo, as interpreted by Supreme Court, is that Ralph Nwosu turn off office. And do you know where the people now find themselves problem? Where they have boxed them together. Ralph Nwosu tenure. Suppose he's still in office. Maybe as a council committee, like PDP now, not PDP.
But he has resigned.
He has resigned. Can he now come back to the office as resigned? That's, you see where they are really in problem. Can Ralph Nwosu now come back to the office as resigned? Can he come back? He can't. Everything is. Yeah, they messed it up.
themselves.
They mess it also. Why are they bringing?
Why are they shouting?
Why are they see? Look, Mr. Man, you be talking of if you want this country to move forward, forget my sentiment. So I have my own interest. So if I can talk, I know my interest. But you must always objectively address matter. Now, when this matter now happens now, we are now accusing INEC. INEC now said 2 of you, I can't recognize any of you again. I'm implementing appeal court judgment that said 2 of you to go back to secondary school. They're not. 2 of you are because
INEC has said
no. The court of appeal now, and INEC now with the legal team say what does status quo mean, and they refer to judgment of Supreme Court. What Supreme Court determine what judgment of Supreme Court means when they say status quo. When there was no crisis, when there was peace, and that the period when there was peace was when Amos was in power. So that means supposing Amos was a cabinet committee, you will not be continuing. Like we have in PDP, not in PDP, we have cabinet committee in place. No fashion of the party has taken executive position. What is running PDP now is cabinet committee. So that's no problem. But these were executive substantive office holder, and they have resigned. Can they not come back to office and resign again? So that's why they're problem. So all these noise they are making, they know they are not beating bush. They're not beating about the bush. They are the one that caused the problem. Mr. Mike, simple thing they would have done is that
they caused the problem and
APC
saw it as an opportunity.
Yes, that's where I'm going. Let be canceling the APC today. Other party will want to read from it. Yes. They will come. They're always looking for loopholes. Yeah. You open the hole. Yes. You open the wall. Mr. Mike, suppose there was no crisis in River State, APC would have been taken over River State now. But because there's crisis between Former and Wike, look at APC has captured that place. Let there be crisis in APC today. Labour will read from it. ABC will read from it. The BDP too will read from it. So any good politician, good party will be waiting for opposition to get.
So why was President Bola Ahmed Tinubu accused of causing the crisis?
It is because they know they are not sincere. They are sentimental. They are the kind of fool people who doesn't understand the truth of the matter. Is it person that will fool with what I'm telling you? With what I'm telling you, this person I mean. Some people they don't even know the truth, but because they are already compromised, they are already sentimental, they are already biased, they are already discussed. So they will not talk the truth. That is the truth. You occupy an position that is illegally occupying. So if they cause the problem by themselves, so let them go and wait for the trial of the court. Let the court pronounce. It could be still the man.
I'm coming to you. Oh, yes, are you in line with what Ojo said? Did you listen to what?
Why would I be in line with it? I cannot be in line with those kind of statements.
I come to think of it. Some of the people that protested
Mike, everybody
benefited from this electoral system.
Mike, let me tell you. Let me tell you. All of them that are there today are not kids. We saw how Bola Ahmed Tinubu manipulated the judiciary against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He can use anything to manipulate anybody. He did it. I'm telling you that the president can use judiciary, can use anybody to manipulate a certain process, and you come here to defend what is not actually working.
Why didn't they put their house together in the first place?
Mike, let me tell you, the first question is, you should be able to know, is that from the beginning, was INEC involved
in this matter?
Yes. Was INEC involved? INEC was not involved. I'm asking question. I'm asking question.
From the onset.
Yes. Was INEC involved? INEC was involved. That's the thing. Was there any vacuum? There was a vacuum. That vacuum need to be filled. Yes. There was a vacuum. Why is it that it's only Gambo? What happened? Why is it that Nwosu is not saying anything? And of course, he's the one that founded the party.
You heard what he said.
I'm coming. Mike, it's not about whether Nwosu resigned. As at the process of trying to structure that party, INEC was carried along.
INEC was involved.
That's number one thing. Then, at a point when the National Working Committee begin the process of electing leaders, INEC was involved. The man you are calling Gambo today was not even the chairman. I think he was deputy chairman. Yes. And he was offered the position of the treasurer as of that party. Then at what point is he claiming now? Because he suddenly realized that this and that. Okay, this is a clear-cut manipulation.
Who is the owner of the party? Who is the owner of the party?
That party, ADC, is under the control of Wosu.
Raf Wosu. And the same Raf Wosu has resigned.
Resigned from the party or before these people comes in. What is the position of Wosu on this matter? Does his position align with the Gambo or whatever you call him, Gombe, or whatever you call him? Does his position align with Gombe? No, does he align with the of Gombe? It does not. These people you are seeing today they have always known. They know when Bola Tinubu was please ask that guy to wait. Okay. You understand? They know they have worked with Bola Tinubu. They know him very well. They know what he can do. But that is not the issue. That is not the issue. When you are saying that you went to court, yes, let me tell you, the judiciary has also compromised. And if you look at the kind of judgment that is coming from judiciary, it does not favor anybody apart from the ruling party. It does not. I've never seen one. That's a Wike, all of them, Bola Tinubu is involved. And that's why the concept of this thing is heading towards a one-party system. Bros, have anybody gone to court to challenge Bola Tinubu how much he gave? How do you manage to increase governor's allocation? And rubbish presidency. Like I say it, when you are seeing, I'm telling you, people don't know what they are just saying is that it's my brother that is there. Anything he does, he goes on. Okay, you are destroying democracy because this is not the top of democracy. What if any other person has behaved the way Bola Tinubu is behaving today? Imagine what would have been. Allow the judiciary to be independent. Why would INEC say INEC like judiciary? Did the appeal court, the so-called appeal court of judgment, demand that David Mark and the rest of them should not occupy that place? Then why would judiciary create a vacuum where, after knowing fully well that a process was undergone and that those vacuums were filled?
Can I come in, please? Can I come in, please? Mr. Michael? I don't like this idea of, I've come here several times. Yesterday, I pushed this man. I think day before yesterday. It was because of one interest. So if anybody thinks we are coming here to talk about maybe Tinubu is our brother or whatever, it's far from it. If you want to do something, make sure that you do it right. What doing needs to be do rightly. In the first place, Mr. President don't need to call anybody to determine how we are going to share allocation. Depend on how much we have, and based on how much we earn, we have on grant. That's how they share the money. That's the sharing formula. The sharing formula is on grant already. So Mr. President can even use it. Okay, this one we can save this one, or we can do this. It's within the frame of constitution. Yes. Let me tell you, all these things we are dragging, all of us, what we are looking for is benefits for everyone. If Nigeria move on today, will all of us be like this? The answer is no. But I don't like a situation when we want to play on people's intelligence, or you want to use emotions and not do things in the right way that you're supposed to do it, and you now give
These people that want to defeat you, you not give them chance to kukuma bury you before the battle starts. You know, I've always said it that all Nigeria, we are looking at this ADC. Labour Party is no longer there. PDP is no longer there. The one that we have, why can't we do the right thing and make sure that we do it in the best way? That an excuse. Why are you creating excuse? When you know that this, I told you that when you want to die with devil, you go with a long spoon. I told you that what happened in ADC, if it is Tinubu that want to take over a party, he will do a thorough investigation. Is there a court case within your party? How far is about your how about your ESCO? Who is the chairman? Who is the national secretary? What is happening? And go and check the history before Amukpita came in. Before even Tinubu emerged as a president, there was crisis in ADC. Yes. Rafuwosu that was there for years. Go and check how many years Rafuwosu spent as ADC chairman, because he thought I was part of people that organized this party. Yes. And whenever I see any disgruntled member from another party, so come and contest. Then they negotiate, they collect money, and okay. After the election, of course, they will have known that the person will not win. Yes, ADC. What is ADC? They just collect. So until recently, when name of their last presidential candidate, Dumebi said, I want to contest. Then he give the party a little bit of leverage. They went to meet Obasanjo, and Obasanjo told them that go and make sure that the ESCO of that party is strong very well, because those are the fundamental things. Everybody saw what happened. You know what Amukpita say? Amukpita say, I'm just helping you so that what happened in Sambara will not happen to you. It was APC that fought 50 now. You think it's a PDP? It was APC that fought 50 in Sambara. They removed everybody that was voted under the platform of APC. They removed them. It was not APC. APC was the victim of that circumstances. Yes, in Sambara. So, what that judge said that both of you go to status quo. ADC, Amukpita don't say that I've removed you from the registered party. But after you have shut yourself out, then I will now know who am I going to recognize. So if Amukpita is a professor of law and he didn't act alone, he has legal, he said, and I call my legal counsel. And I said, okay, what can we do? He said, at this moment, we cannot recognize. It's not that they delete them, but we cannot recognize you because you have had legal issue. Then go and shut yourself out. If court not say, okay, it's either this one, it's either this one, then we can recognize. It don't want to difficult for anybody to understand. So why play hanky-panky about this thing? I don't see any reason to hanky-panky. Go and shut yourself out. After you shut yourself out, whatever judge court told me, then I'm going to do. And I'll be asking, when Rafuwosu resign, all the state ESCO, what happened to them? I've been following this case for a long time. I told you. I've heard where some state ESCO come out that they are pushed us out of the party. This is not my signature. Even so, before Atiku enter into ADC has been having challenge, but they refused to do their thorough checking. They bought a dilapidated house, and it's not too late. If you see that you enter into scheme boat, look for alternative. Nigeria are waiting for you. This is what you have been shouting since all this day, that whether you are going to remove Tinubu or not, it is the opposition that will determine. Yes, if you say Tinubu is not doing well, and the people that want to push him out, they don't get themselves, what am I going to do? Let me tell you, I can swear that if I have PVC and they give Obi the right, they give him tickets, I'm going to hear me. That's my complaint. I will fulfill that one. But that's only what I can do. If I give him, my vote, and he couldn't stand, in the court of law, what can I do about it? You think I'll be carrying cutlass and say I'm protesting? So instead of all this protesting and this meeting one useless petition to INEC, looking what have we done wrong? I'll correct it. And I've told you that if it is APC that having this kind of organ, they will resolve it. Yes. I bet they will look for the way to resolve it. So they should stop from trying to make Tinubu that person, and let themselves continue committing error. It cannot work in that way. We have already know. Don't come and tell me what I know about Tinubu. I know that Tinubu is dictatorial. You see why I'm fighting with OJ. Yes, Tinubu has pocketed everything pocketable in this country, but you still want to give him chance. No, to deal with you. It can never go in that way. Yes, yes.
Femi able to do justice to this issue?
What kind of, I don't know what you mean by justice. If he himself can claim that, the man there is having dictatorial tendencies, tyrannical tendencies, destroying the institutions of democracy. So what is the justification of what he's talking about? For me, it does not hold water. And I can tell you repeatedly that the Nigerian system, institutions have become worse under Bola Tinubu. Very worse. And this of an incompetency trying to muscle his way into the system. And it's very clear. We were here, we are doing this and that. The same people you are talking about today was part of the system to where they are today. INEC, that very particular INEC. I'm telling you, the man, this is just a tool for rigging. He's just preparing himself for, it's a clear sign that INEC chairman does not know what he's doing. He only came there to fulfill whatever they have told him to do. And that is why I'm saying that, appointing these people, IG, all these people, judicial, they should have a certain commission that will appoint people in these sensitive institutions that control democracy. And that is what it is. You cannot tell me that, when you see something that is absolutely very wrong, then you are trying to paint a pattern picture, calling the rappers away. Okay, this is what you people were doing before now. And I tell you that, people can pretend for what? For Africa. What is happening in ADC today? The same thing we saw it in PDP. We saw it in Labour Party.
You are not organized.
Yes, but you understand the traditional way of playing politics in Nigeria. They are not loyal to the ideology. What they are loyal to is where my belly face, and that is the consequences of what we are facing today. Let me tell you, if I were them, I would go out with the convention, because see, this guy said something. Yes, this guy said it very clearly. Anybody that is ready should also find his name, because it has become a clear agenda. You cannot come and tell me that I make do this appeal court, then you are saying somebody to return to the appeal court or return to court. A court, you know very clearly there is no how you are going to get 1 naira justice. And a process was well, from the beginning a process was followed. At what point did or what do you call him now recognize that he was not being carried along after he witnessed everything within the party? The process, he never complained. He never complained. He never complained.
When they wanted to shout,
what do you expect? They offered him a position. They offered him a position. Of course. It's not my party. It's not my party. Respect yourself. Don't say that. I'm telling you. Don't say it is my party. Respect yourself. No, they tell you it's a scam party. It's your party. You don't know how to use words. I'm telling you that. Don't ever try it again. Don't say it's my party. You don't have the distinct. You can't talk neutral. Don't say it's my party. Who are you supporting? Supporting you? Hello, what do you mean by support? Hello, Kule. He don't know how to talk. He cannot even. What concerns me with this now? What's my business with this? Kule, come to the side. You say this? Come to the side.
Are you not criticizing?
Hello, sir. Mr. Kule, come here. I'm telling you. Hello. That's okay. Yes. What is okay? Insulting you on what ground? That's okay. No, insulting you on what ground? No, insulting you on what ground?
That's okay. That's okay.
No, insulting you on what ground?
When you fail now, you are crying wolf now. When do you
Look at the kind of statement you are making. We analyze something. You are not coming with face my party. I told you. See, you are not above anything. No, I'm telling you, before God and man, you are not above anything. I've been taking this for you for long. Please, analyze the truth. Don't be people who don't whatever you're talking about.
That's okay.
No, you don't it always. This is your party. This is your party every time.
I make involvement in that matter. Look, political parties' affairs is your affairs. As long as there is no, opposing voices, as long as there is nobody expressing grievances that will bring up, that will throw up issues, whatever you do, that whatever you do, that if you decide to breach the rule of your party, and the whole member of your party keep quiet, as long as there's not result into crisis, and because the court has said party affairs is an internal affairs, but the moment they have become an issue, it has become a legal issue. INEC is a law-abiding institution of Nigeria that must abide by the
Let's leave this matter. Let's move to another topic. Lagos politics. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu was supposed to commission some key projects in Lagos State, but he wasn't there.
Yes.
Instead, the Senate President, Governor Akpabio, was the one commissioned these projects. What's going on?
I can explain that matter in two scenarios. First scenario was that when it was in the news, to the public news, that Governor Sanwo-Olu was at Yoga Health, President Tinubu, sometimes ago, until President Tinubu himself openly said, "I've forgiven him." So maybe there's a crisis again between Governor Sanwo-Olu and Tinubu that made him not to come to Lagos State. I'm citing my position based on what has happened before, that he has a grudge in President Tinubu, that yes, the state police and President Tinubu now said, openly, I am forgiving. Maybe the same thing has happened. There's a crisis between them. On the other side, President Tinubu has a prerogative of appointing people to go and delegate the responsibility to anybody to go and represent him or any capacity. In so many occasions, when he's supposed to appear, he sent delegates there to represent him. So he's also free to send any other person to come and represent him to carry some official function. So, sorry, it depends on which one he chooses. He can decide to come by himself. He still within his power to say, you go and represent me. If I have multiple functions clashing with one another, I mean, they have many state functions clashing with others. They have to choose one. You go to so place, represent me. The moment they get there, they will say, Mr. President representative. The representative they will give to the representative, what they will give to that person. So that's the two scenario. It's either he has the power to represent somebody to go and represent him, which he had done through Akpabio, or the crisis that happened between him and Sanwo-Olu that time, maybe it has happened. It's still a local head.
I don't think the president intentionally did that, to cover up what happened in Plateau State, Jos. He was supposed to meet the victims of attacks and address them from an airport lounge.
Mr. Mai,
and at that point, some people said Tinubu didn't, visit these communities and went for Easter in Lagos and all of that. There was controversy surrounding his visit to Plateau State at that point in time. Don't you think he just intentionally avoid commissioning projects in Lagos State because
I like that point.
The allegations preferred against him as regards his visit to Plateau State?
I like that point of view. That observation is very, 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 very progressive. Very, very.
Remember,
yes,
that is said
hey, now
we want to celebrate Easter in Lagos State.
Yes.
It's only
now what
in Plateau.
People can read meaning to it. I agree with you on that. So maybe to save his face, I won't go to Lagos State. Because the people have said, hey, when Lagos State come and celebrate Easter, whereas in Lagos
so they won't see Easter
yeah,
from the angle of the commission project in Lagos State.
Okay,
when he was in Lagos, it was quicker to go to Lagos. But in Plateau, he couldn't visit the community. Yeah, you were able to go to different points of the commissioning of Lagos. Because they move from one place to another. So, and then in case of Plateau, if you not move from Plateau airport to different places, I agree with you. Also, that could be a reason. But yes, that yes, maybe somebody even put to raise. Maybe somebody even bring it to his notice that okay, don't go. This was allegation against you. It might be one reason. But the other two reasons I've said that he has prerogative of delegating someone to go and represent him. Or there could be a crisis going on between him and Sanwo-Olu.
I don't want to believe there's a rift. I want to believe that the president knows what he's doing. It does not take him anything to be in Lagos and do whatever he wants to do, irrespective of anybody's opinion. And we are not hearing any political crisis here in Lagos. This is Sanwo-Olu's last tenure, so he has nothing to lose politically. Whatever people are fusing into it at the end of the day. But it remains very clear that it is within the presidency, Bola Tinubu's powers to decide where to go and where not to go at the end of the day. And we are not seeing any speculation. We are not seeing any crisis in APC in Lagos State. We are not sensing anything. The one we had has been resolved, and which everybody agreed to continue to push APC agenda in Lagos State. So for me, I don't see that as an issue, and I would not see it as an issue until we have a clearer picture that there's a problem or Sanwo-Olu's candidate is not picked, or Bola Tinubu have a certain interest, or who want to push one person or the other. Then one thing from there, we can now say, okay, this is exactly what happened. The Commission of Information has debunked any rift in that regard. So I think we'll leave it at that point the way it is for now.
All right, in Zamfara, residents are on the run as bandits moved in.
Yes,
about 2,000 people.
Yes,
were said to have left their community.
Mike, I said this yesterday.
Yes,
Mike, I said it yesterday. There has been mass exodus of Nigerians from different states and different communities. Quietly, the Nigerian media are not covering it. They are not reporting it. In Abia State, they caught a lot of them there around Omaya. Confirmed Fulani herdsmen in Omaya. They were caught. I'm not talking about the truck that moved them in, somewhere they were being arrested. So they are infiltrating everywhere. They are moving. The one that they can catch, then they catch. The one they cannot catch, so be it. I will just hope that it didn't get to a point of where thousands again will definitely lose their life.
Mr. Mike, remember the beginning of this security was called by this Zamfara State. Yerima, the former governor, was one that started Sharia law that brought about fundamentalism, extremism of Islamic practice. That is the state where this religious crisis that metamorphosed to is going now. That is where it started. So that's the base, that's the origin. God forbid, I'm not happy with what's happening, but wherever is the source, where you have a place as a source of negativity, for evil to leave that place, it will take some time. You can imagine. Yes, Yerima was the first place where he started Sharia enforcement. That's where they are built up. So don't see that you just go away one day. In fact, if you have one of the states that suffer highest casualty in insurgency, Zamfara State is one of them. Sokoto, Katsina. So God forbid, I'm really praying that God should show the mercy and make sure that the things is arrested. But let the government himself, like I've said a number of times here, that let them be able to encourage their citizens, their people in their different localities to form community police defensive line of action against these people. That's like
what Olubadan is doing now.
Yes. Mr. Mike, the moment these people come in, what's the number of these total insurgents? Are they up to 1 million in Nigeria? To a state that's the number of millions, is it because you are sleeping? We are docile, we are not active. We are waiting for police, army, and which data population is not more than 3 million. Divide 3 million with 250 million Nigerians. What's one ratio of one specimen to Nigerians? If the government let him so encourage his own people in this of his community too, to begin to form a line of defense. I'm telling you to go a long way to stop this insurgency. And not only that place, let him be go around the whole country. And if the government is not encouraging us, let us take it on our own behalf and start the initiative by ourselves. I promise, I'm beginning to be in the vanguard of it. This thing will stop.
All right, thank you so much.
Before I leave, see, this is a guerrilla warfare. Whether it's not a conventional war, it's very difficult for you to be able to say you are going to stop them before they strike. There are communities now they are controlling.
They are controlling.
Yes, there are communities they are controlling.
Yes.
Why didn't the government go there? Why didn't they not? Because the system, the government align with them. They are just busy creating some foundations, of what is going to come at the end of the day. That is just it. If they decide, but before you hear, thousands would have, okay, look at what's happening in Enugu now. Thousands have run away from their communities in Enugu. Yes, as I say today.
Because of Fulani.
The same people, Mike, the same people. And they have been singing that praise for a very long time. They are coming. Now, they said they wanted to use some machinery. So these are private effort. Government is not involved. Mike, it is not funny. It is not a given community. When they will call you, you will not know when they are going to strike because it's a guerrilla warfare. It's not a conventional warfare. The thing is this, even it happened in civilized nations. The one that happened in Australia, you saw it. The guy came here unexpectedly and attacked. In America, there's no place you cannot carry out a guerrilla warfare. There's no matter the kind of security, talk less of Nigeria here, where people are not even conscious whether they are going to, where they are going, what is going to happen at the end of the day, and whether the next person movement is suspicious or not. So, Mike, if Nigerian government is serious, let them start, chasing them from communities that have taken over, from local government that are in control. Do you know that some local government in Nigeria are being run under Sharia law, not only Zamfara? I'm telling you, go and check it. Nigerian constitution, the constitution of Nigeria is Sharia-based constitution till today. Nobody has ever come. Go and look at it.
Mr. Mike, if there's a will, there will be way. When there's a way, there will be means. I mean, once we did, Mr. Mike, I still believe in what I've been saying this for long. Well, if you will, you don't say political will. When government didn't do something, they say they didn't someone enough political will to do it. If we, the indigenous people of different communities, have the will to develop our community, there will be way to do it. And when the way there will be means to do it. Yes, the soldiers they are already having security, they are already having arms and co. You may be asking me how will the people of the different community get themselves armed too. The way they will get themselves armed, who will not be able to explain by anybody. If there's a will, there will be way. And if there's a when the way will open, the means to achieve that thing, it will come to the other people.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Olaji.
Before I go, Mike, we are talking about lives here. And one of the primary things is how do you save life, before it goes down? How do you now save life? What do you do to save life first? That is the most important thing. How do you save that person now you want to go and arm? Very important. Because by the time you say those words can use. Nigeria is corrupt. Everybody is corrupt. They can use the same weapon against a community. You can see because you find out that the same people you armed have already turned against the community they are protecting. Very funny. So it is beyond what we are looking at. That's my take on that.
All right, thank you. Ole, good morning.
Yeah, morning, Mike. Yeah, good morning, Mike. Good morning to our viewers. Good morning to everybody. God bless you. Thank God we are here again.
Femi, sorry. Ole, you saw the protest that took place in Abuja yesterday. You saw the protest, right?
Yeah, I didn't even bother to see it.
You didn't watch it?
I didn't watch it because
are you aware there was a protest?
Yeah, there was a protest.
At the INET headquarters.
Yeah, who are the people they are using for the protest? Are they now the citizens of Nigeria that they've been blackmailed
that they've been diminished, and they come now. They said they want to have protests when they are, going against the law of the country. And now it is time. Now they realize that the Nigerian citizens have to support them, and to, I can say all these leaders of the ADC, they are misleading Nigerians. They roll Nigerians, they throw Nigerians. I'm not saying APC is perfect likewise, but at the same time, this is not the saint we are looking for. The ADC is not the saint we are looking for. And you can say wholeheartedly, how did they come together to be one? They all buy off that party from Raf. And Raf, they paid Raf, and Raf cash out, and Raf left the party, and at the same time, he left with one leg, and another leg is inside the party. Nothing they're supposed to do, in which is the constitution will back, they did not do it, and they are not crying foul. It's just like that their deep thinking and deep strategy, which they're supposed to apply. When they have deep thinking and deep strategies, they will not find themselves into all these problems. But what I'm seeing now, that the incitement of Nigerians they are acting on now, it can't work, because you have all the field days to form your party. You have all the field day to bring the exco of the party onto seat. But a party you have Dino Belai, that is just today, what's it called, Abuja, tomorrow Abu Dhabi, enjoying himself, flushing the wealth he has. Is that the kind of people that will want to help Nigeria?
Are they not demanding genuine electoral accountability?
Are
they not?
They are, but they are not culpable to do that, because they are bed of same rotten feathers.
They are part of the system.
System that are okay.
They are just shouting.
They are just shouting.
Because it's not favoring them.
Is it General David Mark that you want to talk? Is it about Aregbesola you want to talk about? If you see the chaos that Aregbe created in Osun State the other time, which is it normal for someone that say, okay, you want to bring Aboriginal people that believe in Ifa, that believe in this thing, you want to bring the Christian together, and the route they created then was the other people were carrying masquerade come to the assembly. Is that a normal person? Is that a normal person that can say he wants to be partaker of the governance of Nigeria? I mean, a lot of things has to be done, and I think the majority of all these politicians, they need a psychiatric evaluation to check their brain and know whether they are fit, deep fit to even talk to Nigeria, not to talk and say they are deep fit to party.
According to Kunle, they are not genuine reformers. They are not real reformers, but parts of the problem we are facing in the country. Is it true? Do you agree with it?
You see, God will bless you for that person. See, what he's saying, we will really balance the situation. But in the other hand, I would advise the government, headed by Jagaba, give them a freedom to fight their own. Why are you afraid of them? See, there's a particle of afraid. They are afraid. You see, there's no more Labour Party again.
That's fear of takeover.
Yes, because you are afraid of them, because of their coalition, because you are not more popular, because you are not doing more to your own damaging. Can't you see that crowd? It's like the whole Nigeria is against you. What are you doing? Let us be frank with ourselves. We are all Nigeria. We see the beginning and we are seeing the middle, and the end is coming 2027. What are you going to stand and say, okay, I am the president, I want to come back? All those are injustice. According to my own reading, it's injustice. What it concern INEC, concern party now, party that was formed yesterday, they are accepted. Now you say they are not recognized. So somebody have preached them, and that is the presidency that have preached them. If you are going to preach them, you preach them against the people will not roar. Because what you are seeing now, if care is not taken, maybe that will going to be anarchy 2027, because it has divided on itself. A realistic president, when you know you have done your work according to your oath, you don't be supposed to be afraid. Why are you afraid? He's afraid. The body language of the presidency, they are afraid of this ADC. Leave them alone and let us see what will come out of them. not using unnecessary judiciary or INEC to clamp them down. That will bring anarchy. Nigeria is so big for problem, because if problem come, nobody will receive Nigeria, because Nigeria is too many. Let Nigeria play in a field of their own desire, not forcing Nigeria to do what they don't want to do. It's like they are forcing Nigeria to one party system. That one party system is dangerous. It's very, 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 very dangerous. Opposition, yesterday there was a free play for opposition. That's why they came out and dismantled the company that president. They drove them away because they were opposition. People believe in their language. People believe in their slogan. Change, we don't need those people anymore. But now you are in the throw. People are yelling for change. Now you don't want it. Let us be frank with ourselves. The government, they are afraid of their shadow.
Yeah, thank you.
They are afraid of their shadow. That's the problem we are having here. Those, we are all Nigeria. We all have 100% right to come in.
Yes. I agree with you. You have your right. You have the right to say anything to that is against the governance. So I can't really attack you on that, and which is your norm, which is a norm for you. And I can say a party that is ready, right, to bring Nigeria into, alive, to bring Nigerians alive. There will not be rancor among them. There will not be fight among them. What are they fighting for? What are they fighting? What is the ADC fighting for? And you could see the caliber of people in that ADC. They were not Democrats. Is it the military guys there that you are talking of? Is it the military that surrounded all this? Or is it Dino Melaye you'll be talking of? That is just a jester? Is that how you form a party? You see, you don't just talk.
A military man once ruled, an ex-military man once ruled this country now.
But it
under the platform of APC.
APC, yeah. But
he was a military man.
He transformed.
So why are you saying
he transformed himself? Buhari never had issues with this party as of that time. There was no much rancor within that party. They stabilized themselves for them to be able to rule. Nevertheless, that they denied some people the opportunity in which the president was denying. You could remember that when Buhari was ruling, the president stayed off. They were even going against the president that brought him, because late Muhammadu Buhari has been contesting for long, and who are the people blocking him up? They are the ex-general like him. They say, okay, this guy, if he come into power, he can show us a lot of, he can bring our atrocity out. And the same man, Tinubu, came in and said, if the presidency you want, I will give you that presidency. And he got that president. Buhari got that president. Since then, Tinubu was not interfering into the regime of the Buhari. If you watch very well, he just left Buhari on his own to be able. Tinubu was sidelined one time.
He was sidelined. Can't diminish the party because the likes of David Mark also, who was a military person, operational personnel. You can't diminish the party because. What I'm
saying, Mike.
After Buhari too was a military.
Yes, that is why the democracy should be an issue now. It should be an issue a bit, because the democracy, the military are not so much in line with the democracy that we had. You could see it was.
Buhari was in line with democracy.
Buhari was a bit in line, because he has people that guiding him as of that time, and yes, he had people. Madam.
So these ones are not the ones that are in line with democracy.
No, they are not in line.
Because you have ex-military.
Apart from they have ex-military personnel, my brother, if you want to come to diminish opposition, their strategies must be on point. It's not that there will be lacuna that they will be create for yourself, in which you're not thinking deep and you cannot get a thinking strategy to do. Those guys are
what are you trying to say now?
What I'm trying to say is that they are just lazy politicians. They want to just push the problem, what they created, what they don't know how to even go through, the political space that they don't know how to even occupy and strategize to get what they want. Look at what they ended up to now. It's all fighting. Is it fighting that Nigeria will be facing, or the Nigerian supporters that are supporting them? I think they are just wasting those guys. All these guys time, sending them on the protest and others. They don't need that. Go to your home and strategize. Think deep and bring the strategies on the board. Even the opposition will not even know what you're doing. I mean, they don't. You know what they elect. When they had the chaplain now, that is a holding leg now. So when they had the media what's it called, media gathering there the other time, did anybody chase them? Did anybody attack them? They don't have any thinking. They don't have any. When you face, you see when Pakwaso, you can we were together in this country. You can see almost 2 or 3 times the presidency where they were trying to woo Pakwaso to their party. The Pakwaso give them a condition. At the end of the day, they can't meet that condition. So now Pakwaso now ally with ADC. That is the #1 public enemy, and they know the capacity of that man in Kano State. So they have to destroy, plant a mole inside that party. See what is happening now? That means you're a lazy politician. Also, you are no, they are also create a game. And at the end of the day, and I believe that they will fail. APC will fail woefully. How did they create that? This is what is happening. Come see what is happening now. Nigeria start watching this reality. I should bet what with you. It's Nigeria against Akpabio and his co-workers. Who are the Nigeria? What's the me and you? Me and you. Yes. And you are few. I'm not part of your Nigerians. You are not Nigerians. We Nigerians. Okay. We are only APC. Where we know the best party is not Nigeria. I say I'm not the caliber of Nigerians you are. No, I'm a full-blown Nigeria. You don't know where you belong. It's more than dictatorship. You don't know where you belong. It's more than the khaki boys, and you are among those boys that changed the khaki boys out yesterday, and you came now. You will do more than the khaki boys. What are we talking about? Why we change the khaki boys? You dismantle Labour Party. Where is Labour Party now? Zero. You brought wicked in the history of Nigeria. Somebody put one life for APC, one life for PDP, and he's telling us, he's pretty each other that nothing for PDP, nothing for Labour, nothing for ADC. You don't believe that millions of Nigerians are happy with that statement. Yourself. And you are there. Where is Labour? Labour is still on point. Okay, Labour is still on. That means you don't know what you're saying. That's right. Well, who does it have destroyed? That's how we left. That's left. ADC. Now they not plant another disruptional element to destroy that place again. That's Baba Ahmed. He's still with Labour. You see, okay, you don't hear anything Labour anymore. Ireti Kingibe is still with Labour. You don't hear anything Labour anymore. You see that Nigeria is not money for. You are not trying to destroy that ADC. And I'm so sorry. And I'm accepting. Let me tell you one thing. Go to the higher pollution that will fail woefully. So your own face. Nigeria will and I pray you witness. I pray you witness. And he's trying to pocket everybody in his pocket. Why won't pocket us for the plan? Allow people to talk. I don't know for them. These are the Democrats. These are the pocketing us. Thank you. Thank you, Oluwawa. Thank you very much. Excuse me. All right, viewers, we appreciate you for joining us this morning. Be back here tomorrow with more interesting topics. I'm like K Baba, who is celebrating his birthday today. We wish you long life and prosperity. May you continue to excel in all your endeavors in life. Thank you so much. Also, Mr. Benjamin in Netherlands, who blessed us yesterday. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. K Baba dropped 50,000 naira for refreshment this morning. So after the program, you guys know the usual spot. So let's go to the normal spot, the usual spot to relax yourself. K Baba has sponsored it. We appreciate you all. We're back here tomorrow. Goodbye.